past is history, the future mystery. This moment is here.
It's Larsen. I'm so excited to see you. And I am in Reno, Nevada, just about to go into Burning Man, which is about 2 hours outside of here. It's been a dream of mine since I've heard about Burning Man. I've dreamt about being able to go on a quest. When I first moved to the United States years and years ago, I read about the Native American tradition of where they would send young men and young women out into the forest or into the desert, and they would fast, and they would have these amazing, amazing moments where they would just be and with spirit and with source. And when I knew I had time to go to Burning Man and had the tickets and everything has lined up for me to be able to go, I knew this is the journey that I'm on now, this journey that I've dreamt about since I first heard natives of the land that we're on went on a pilgrimage to connect with spirit, to connect with soul, to really be on their own. And so as you're watching this, no matter where you are in your journey, I want to invite you to be able to step powerfully into connecting with spirit. This show, Miracle Makers, is for you so that you can be deeply, deeply rooted in who you are and deeply, deeply rooted into the current moment. I want for you to know your own frequency, your own channel, the own inner you, the part of you that's never been born, that'll never die, that part of spirit that's always with source. And we have tools, we have technologies that have been given to us. And it's so simple when we fully, fully understand the tools and technology. Trees are one of the tools, one of the technologies that have been given to you, Miracle Maker, to root you in the current moment, to root you in so that you will always have what you need for you to be able to be present in the moment. And I've got the founder of the I Am Tree movement with me online. And I cannot wait until you meet her and connect with her and understand what we're making available for you. She's going to be doing readings also. What do the trees want to communicate with you? It's so beautiful for you to be able to see that. Let me introduce you to Liina Wang. Welcome, Liina Wang.
Hi, Dr. Sarah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Liina, you've written some really beautiful poetry about trees. You've also made this amazing movement that it's getting legs. I Am Tree movement. Why are you working on this project?
It started from my personal experience. Like for me, I really have my healing with the nature and with the trees. And for many times, you know, when I'm sad, when I'm down, when I'm lonely, it is trees that can heal me. And I speak from my personal experience that trees have a mind. Trees know what we are talking about. Trees know your feelings. Trees know your emotions. If you speak to a tree, they understand and they care. And just this morning, when I tune myself into the trees, I want to know what you want to What is their message? What do you want me to tell the world? What's your message? All I hear is love. Love, love, love. That's all trees' message. I love trees. Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. It's for all the miracle makers out there, and that we connect with energy differently, and trees provide us with so many benefits for survival. Like on a physical level, they provide us with clean air. They actually filter our water. They shade us, and so many fruit trees, so many trees in the world are food, and they give us, when we listen to them, which is so beautiful, because Liina and I can now tell you a few stories that have been shared with us on how they bring in hope and insight and courage. And quite often, there's been so many people that have shared stories about falling asleep under a tree or getting guidance from a tree. And Martin Luther is so beautiful. He said, even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. And it's one of those things, every tree that you plant, people can continue to live under the shade and prosper from that tree in future generations. Dunya Khan said, trees exhale for us so that we can inhale them to stay alive. Can we ever forget that? Let us love trees with every breath we take until we perish. And then John Muir, and I was just in the forest in the places that he set up. He said, between every two pines is a doorway to a new world. And Liina, you've got the most beautiful poem that you've written for the trees. And I'd love for you to share these beautiful poems.
Yes. So I wrote this poem on the day, the second day after I met with Dr. Sarah. Vibration was pretty high and tuned. And I was walking in my neighborhood. There were lots of redwood trees. I just felt the trees were talking to me. The words are appearing in my mind constantly, again and again and again. I just felt like I became a tree. I became the root of a tree. It goes down deeply into the ground. I became the trunk. I became the leaves of the tree. So then later on, I wrote this poem out in a Starbucks. And I knew when I was writing that poem, I was tearing up. And because I knew this is not my poem, these are the words from the trees. So when we say tree of life, it is for real. It is true. Because we breathe these trees and they breathe us. Our life are intertwined, is never separated. Trees' lives are in us and our life is in trees. Like Dr. Sarah mentioned, the Native Indians, we are cousins. And we even feel like we are even closer. We're brothers. Our lives are together. And the tree is a connector between the dark and light. Trees they have their roots deep down into the ground. They take the energy from the dark ground. They take it up through their trunk and they take it into the leaves to meet the daylight, the sunlight, the starlight, the moonlight, to meet all the lights above. Then they take the light from their heads, from all those passing stars, from the sun, from the moon. They travel the lights down into the ground, into lights into the ground. Trees are a connector between the light and dark. In Chinese philosophy, we have yin and yang, which is very true. In everything, every visible thing, every living thing, every moving or non-moving objects in every life, there is always yin and yang. If there is only yin or if there is only yang, there is was a combination of the yin and yang. And tree is here on this planet, created by God, created by the source to bring life to this planet. They are our life. And in modern society, we start to lose this connection, kind of. We build walls around ourselves and we close our heart. We live our comfortable life in a box. And we don't peek outside. And we think we can survive without them. But that's not the case. Trees are the hair of the planet Earth. Trees are our life. They not only create life for us, they create life for the birds, for the worms underneath in the ground, and they create life for all the ecology around them. Wherever there are trees, there are protection. Trees are protection for all the lives, for the birds, for the insects, for the worms, for us, even for the grasses next to them, for the flowers blooming underneath them. Trees are a protector. So today I'm driving on this road in this vineyard, and I was tuning my energy to the trees and the vineyards, what they are saying. What I hear from those vines is actually this, we are tired. We are tired. This growing becomes a business for us. We're tired. And then there are trees along the vineyards. And I can see, I can listen, I can hear these trees. They are protecting those vines. They're not only protecting us, our life, they're all protecting all lives. And the vineyards are also, the vines are very grateful to those trees too. How, no matter how many trees, 1 tree, 2 tree, many trees, the big forest, they always provide. They provide air, provide fruits. Even if you throw a stone to a tree, it will return fruit to you. It's so much love from the tree.
Liina, in the village that you grew up in, the village that you were grown, what did you see? And could you talk to us a little bit about the trees in China and what you experienced?
There are not many trees in my little town, actually. I grew up in a very tiny town underneath a mountain. So the trees in the mountain are very happy. If you listen to them, they are happy. They're full of spirits. Trees in the city are tired.
The trees in
it's because,
and so you grew up in a little town in China, and started communicating with you when you were young, a little girl, and then later on, as you're learning the mystery school teachings and learning how to activate and initiate and listen to the mysteries of the universe, is that when they started talking again?
Not when I was young, actually. When I was young, I think I was living a dumb life. Just study and, the regular life. And in China, it's a very competitive academic environment. All the energy goes to the academic pursuit. That's my generation. So when I was young, I had other experiences which is not related to trees. So I'm not going to cover here. But I started to have this intuition with trees after I went to college when I was 20 years old and started to do meditation and became a vegetarian. So all of a sudden, internal system is clean and purified. And I noticed myself, my antenna becomes sensitive. I start to sense the environment, sense the energy, and particularly from the trees. And the first experience was when I was in a village in Beijing. I was taking my last meditation lesson from my teacher. It was a very emotional experience. I was just tearing, crying all the time, whole time. But afterwards, I open my eyes, I look around, I see all these trees. I feel nothing but love from them. It's like a corresponding message from them. I'm on the right path, and Guru's love for me is real, and it's with me all the time. It was such a very emotional and sweet experience. And after I came home from that retreat, I see all these trees on the campus, in the city, and I feel they are tired. They are trying to do their best, but it's just not enough of them.
There's not enough trees, and that's how
Yes.
I Am Tree got born. And I'm going to read,
Yes.
I'm going to start your poem, which goes, I am tree. I am a tree. I am all the trees. I was created on this planet to bring life, to connect dark and light. I root into the ground of darkness. I break down the earth, drink the darkness into my body, and bring them up through my trunk, my skin, my leaves, to meet the light. I stand under the sun, under the stars. I shower myself under the sunlight, the moonlight, the light from all the passing stars over my head. I drink the light from above, through my trunk, my skin, my leaves, into the ground of darkness. I bring down light. I am the connector between the dark and light. You always ask me, my child, where does the darkness go after you release it into the ground? My child, release it. Don't be afraid. I transform it to life for good. Then I breathe. So I give my breath to you so you can breathe in. I create shelter for the birds. Worms swim around in my roots. Grass, flowers rest around me. All fruit here are yours to nourish thee. I am tree. I am your life. My life is in you. Your life is in me. I am brought to this planet to bring you life, my child. My child, all I ask from you is to look at me, to know that I love you all my life, all the way, to know that I am your life. Your life is in me. My child, before you bring me down, all I ask you is to ask me. I am all yours when I'm standing or when I'm sleeping. Before I go, you may still need to breathe in me. Child, all I ask is you to live your life in bliss when you remember me. For you to know, so long as I'm standing here on this planet, your life is protected by me. There is no second, no moment you shall drink in sorrow, for I am here with you to be your life. My child, I am tree. I am your life. I love you all my life, all the way. I am your tree. Thank you. Liina Wang. That was Liina Wang's poem. So inspiring, so beautiful, and so important for us to fully understand. Trees have been rooted in the ground and receive the ancient waters from earth. They can clearly see and experience and feel and know things. And it's easy for God, Source, the Lord of the trees, the mysteries, to communicate with us when we really, really listen. When you go stand next to a tree and you're in sorrow, if you breathe with the tree and let the tree know what your sorrow from the past is, or what your worry about the future is, and you spend about 20 minutes. John Muir said there is a gateway between every two pine trees. Your entire life can transform from just breathing in and out with the tree. 20 minutes. Truly, we have shown depression goes down and our blood pressure goes down when we breathe with trees, and when we're consistently giving to ourselves, exchanging air. All the studies are in. You want to be rooted in the moment. Go spend some time with the tree. You want to let go of anxiety. It's so much easier. It's so much easier to breathe with trees than to have your body process a whole bunch of things. Give your thoughts to trees. And Liina, anything else? Because the I Am Tree project is so beautiful, right? The I Am Tree project that you're working on is to plant 2,000 trees. And to some degree, that's already been done. We're going to wind up documenting those 2,000 trees. We want more trees to be planted. Can you share with us more about the 2,000 trees?
Yes.
Project.
Yes. 2,000 trees is my minimal goal by the year 2020. And my thought is to build urban forest, because we now live in the cities, and the forests and the wild nature is not that accessible. We have to drive, and it's not accessible on a daily basis. But if we have trees just next door, we have a little urban forest next door, then you have access to those universal love all the time. You can just walk to the tree, walk to the park, and have your access. And we want to build those trees for the future generations as well. So wherever you are, listeners, if you want to grow trees, let us know. We're going to
give out your email address for people to reach out to you as well.
Yes. My email address is linawang.b as in boy, n as in Nancy, k as in king @gmail.com. Yes, you can also find me on Facebook without IINA space WANT. We'd love to connect if you want to be part of the I Am Tree project.
And we're going to have it up on Miracle Makers Academy as well. On Facebook is really, really great to follow Liina on Facebook. And then on miraclemakersacademy.com, we have Liina and I Am Tree project links for you until all of it is up and running. We can. Liina, what is your hope with all the trees? 100 years from now, the 2,000 plus trees are planted, possibly even in the village that you were born in. What's your hope?
Oh, that's great. 2,000, 20,000 trees. All these trees will bring in more love and light for us, for this current generation, for the future generation, for the future generations to come, to bring peace on this planet for a long, long, long time, to bring protection to our future generations, to bring protection and prayer to our Mother Earth.
Oh, so beautiful. And it's something that we can all connect on and create peace around. The nourishment of trees. If there are more trees, more food, more fruit trees, then the more flower of life, the flowering of human consciousness, the more tree of life that can be brought to the world. And with
tree
that,
of life.
Liina, will you do some readings with me?
Yes. I'd love to.
I'm so excited because I know you brought a deck of tree cards as well. And so for each of our callers, they're drawing from the mysteries of life, from medical intuitive world, from this tree deck. Let's go ahead and take the first caller. Welcome.
Liina, it's Kim. That's not fair. She knows me too well. Hello?
Hi, Kim.
I wanted to, hey, Liina, hey, Dr. Sarah, I just wanted to add a few things about trees. Liina's been to my property, so she knows I live in a jungle. I've got acai bushes, I've got blueberry bushes, I have 3 apple trees, a lot of other trees that you need licenses for, et cetera, et cetera. And so I have that's a little more different perspective I'd love to share. One, I love, Dr. Sarah, that you mentioned how important 20 minutes a day of earthing, grounding can be. And what I think a lot of people aren't aware of is that the vibrational frequency of the earth used to be 7.86, and now it's over 20. So the vibrational frequency of the earth is escalating, which is why I think so many people are losing their minds and everything, because they're so disconnected. It breaks my heart. Also, shamanically, trees have been used by shamans around the world, Native Americans with their peyote and ayahuasca, which is just two trees combined, where one acts as the MAOI and the other one acts to release the dimethyltryptamine. So when friends come to my property, yesterday I had a girlfriend over, I made her go on her hands and knees, say a loving prayer to my goji berry as she gently, and I live in Marin County, as she gently bit the goji berry from the bush. And I said, I really want you to do a union when you're doing it. And she started to cry because she could feel the release of dimethyltryptamine, DMT, spirit molecule. So trees, I mean, yes, it's for so many reasons. And when you go to the city, you feel bereft and disconnected because the trees are struggling with the chemtrails and the this and that. They need to stand together in numbers. They need to be cared for and loved. They can't do their job if we don't support them. If we just keep clear cutting and doing all these things, you know, we're destroying the earth instead of it. I like to look at the tree as having the same chakra system that we have, and their root chakra grounds them to Mother Earth, and their crown chakra, we're vibrational beings, the trees and us and birds and everything that is sentient. And so they reach out through their crown and do spread love and energy and clear the air and help us gather our own intuition, because unlike us, their crown chakra isn't calcified like our pineal gland from this, that, and the other. And the other day, too, I was gifted a baby peyote, and I Reiki'd it for an hour, and it grew 1/4 of an inch, and it's been in dormancy for 2 years. So they give love, and they need love. Anyway, so that's my tree input for the morning.
Beautiful. I'm so grateful for all that you added, and for each tradition, for the chakra system and the system of Ayurveda and Indian systems. There are the 7 chakras, and yes, trees, the base, the root, the creative branch of, you can see how it all corresponds. And I love that you shared that literally MOA, the antidepressant inhibitors, wind up being released from our body naturally when we're either exercising or when we're sitting with trees. We don't necessarily need to take anything outside of ourselves for the combination to happen. And Native Americans and in every religious tradition, there is an honoring of the earth. When you go back to the mysteries within the religion, the shamans, the tree of life, the Kabbalah corresponds with, it's so beautiful, it corresponds with the trees, the chakra systems, the chakra systems. goes along with our nerve bundles in our body. And I'd love to, is there anything that Liina and I can answer for you? And we do know you well. I mean, I met you at Bhakti Fest.
Okay, one thing. I'm coming out of Ketu on Sunday, my Vedic period. So
Yes.
I'm no longer invisible. What do you see? Book or essential oils with my magic trees, Liina or Dr. Sarah?
Liina, I'd
Or
love for you
Randy.
to go.
Yes. So I actually, while we're talking, Kim, I put a card for you, and you got this silver birch.
Ooh.
Silver birch.
I don't know
Yes.
much about the silver birch.
So, silver birch, it is native to Europe and Southwest Asia. It's decorative bark, and it bears catkins and seeds. So the message is that the silver birch, I am the mother of the forest. My trunk and branches look delicate, but I am strong because I bend with the wind. If you work with me, I will teach you how to cleanse your body and your spirit to find peace and a complete health. So, yeah, it says the birch has fascinating mythology associations. It is connected with the Freya, the lady of the forest, in both Norse and Germanic traditions. And the tree is even called the lady of the forest in Russian folklore. The birch is also connected with the Germanic ruling Arcana, which represents motherhood. The tall trunk of the birch plays a central role in Siberian shamanism, with the shaman climbing to the top of a birch pole while his spirit travels through the world tree. In Russian and Scandinavian saunas, people bare their bodies with birch twigs to increase their circulation. So the message is lots of cleansing, and the birch, it's a tree of doctor, you know. So
yeah. Well, that resonates with. I mean, you know me well. That resonates with going in very much in sync with who I am. So,
Exactly.
Thank you. That's fun.
And this is
definitely fun.
This is what I hear for you is the world needs this. The world needs your products. And it needs, in particular, it's the energy coming from you is the Cheshid energy. It's so funny because they know what it's, this grace and this intention to emulate God and powerful vision that you have with this. And so it feels as though the book will come out and be greatly received. You've got, when you start promoting this product and the book as if it's already done and complete, it's really important because it's being written as you go through this process of disseminating this product and helping to cleanse and be that for the world. Much of the world is addicted right now, and I see your medicine, these products, helping break addiction with grace and attention coming through. So there's an addiction to sadness, an addiction to sex, an addiction not feeling enough. Well,
both you and Liina will receive samples of the product because I've actually gotten together with someone who's doing organic essential oils, and we're marrying with that exact intention. So, very cool.
Exactly.
Liina, I will help you.
Also,
I will help you with the trees. And I was one more thing regarding the trees. It just came to me too. I'm not Jewish, so I don't know much about the faith, but there's an incredibly beautiful aspect that when a child is born, the appropriate gift to give is a tree.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
the tree is planted. And so, I mean, that's a whole area where you could join in with, because I just think that is so beautiful and profound that it is part of such an old religion. It's such an incredible tradition. And anyway, a segue
It is.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
well, cool. I'll let
So-
somebody else have a chance to chat because I could talk with you two ladies till
Yep.
whenever.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Kim,
I will
for
connect with you separately, Kim. Mhm.
Kim,
Okay.
and,
All right. Thank you so
the
much,
last-
Dr. Sarah. Both love to both of you.
Thank you
Love,
for the
Kim.
last two shows. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now. We can take the next caller. Welcome, caller. It's Dr. Sarah and Liina.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, am I on?
This is you. We're hearing you. I hope it's a good connection. What can we answer for you?
Is it me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. This is Hope. Can you hear me?
Hope, welcome. We can
Hope.
hear you.
Yeah, I don't know why the connection all of a sudden got messed up. Can you hear me well when I talk?
We can hear you. What's your question? And we'll see how we can do in translating your question.
Okay, my question is, I've been having some health problems, and also I had laser done on under my eyes, and my whole face lost fat, which is supposed to be impossible. And so I'm wondering if you have any insight into that, either of the two.
So what I think I heard you say is that you're having, so it is a bad connection, that you had something going on with your eyes underneath the lens. Liina, why don't you pull a card for Hope and see
Yes.
if the cards share, and then we'll go back and see if the connection gets better. Beautiful.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, it's better now.
Great.
The card
Okay,
I
I'm
pulled
sorry.
for you,
This is a new phone.
Hope, is this, white mulberry. White mulberry. You see that yin and yang
Okay.
there. Mm-hmm. Let me find out the message. And what I'm hearing is your eyes are tired. Does this mean anything to you? Does this resonate with you?
Did you say that my eyes are tired?
Mm-hmm. It's leaf. So harmony 59.
Mhm.
Page 59.
No, I can't really put that together.
So, if you can talk about what's going on, but I feel like your entire it's more than just the eyes. It's like dental stuff. It's a little bit more that's happening all around your face. And so, tell us what's going on again.
Okay, so I had laser done under my eyes over a year ago. And after I had this laser, this sounds weird, but my whole face and head lost a lot of fat, noticeably. Then a few months ago, actually 5 months ago, because of this fat loss, I got an injection to induce collagen. And since then, I've had this stuff running through my body and my face. Actually, it tastes like hydrogen peroxide coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I can't confirm that, and I was just curious. I mean, I've just had so many issues, and I just wanted to know what causes the fat loss with the laser, and if it is hydrogen peroxide. I think I know it is, but.
So the answer is yes. There is all kinds of, the dental caries, and what that means to me is sinuses. When there was fat loss, all of sort of the protective areas that balance out blood supply, nerve supply, the flow, and it's a nerve issue and a blood flow issue. When the laser, and it's beautiful what it can do for us. But we're also very sensitive. Human beings are light beings. Just like a tree receives, so does a human with all of its intelligence. eyes especially. And so your vagus nerve feels compromised, and the sinuses all around your face are, so you're tasting and there's different pressure. So I would recommend going into a hyperbaric chamber to help reoxygenate everything that's in and around you. But so there's your eyes, sort of the nose, the pressure from the hyperbaric chamber can force some of what's happening to, like, multiple sessions will really, really help it. And the other part has to do with, it's interesting because I think you guys resonate with this, and I can understand why Liina pulled the white mulberry. White mulberry plant is very, very naturally healing for our upper body, for our eyes, for all of the sort of the things that happen around fat and nervous tissue with our with the top 10 nerves, the cranial nerves in our body. So it's in detail, right, Hope? Are you getting some of this? Are you hearing just a little bit? Does this resonate?
Oh yeah, I'm listening. And I'm definitely going to listen to it again after I get off the phone with you, so I can hear it better and take it in more.
What happened with your nervous system is, and it's so beautiful because the remedy is right there. The white mulberry is the remedy for all of this, but maybe it was partial vagus or cranial nerve receiving light. And so the way that the heating, your body was sensitive to that, the way to reverse the damage is to get into the hyperbaric chambers. And I know you've gone to a lot of specialists to try and figure this out, but your body's saying that this will work. The hyperbaric will work. And then the other part is you do require supplementation. And whether it's going and breathing with the white mulberries, learning more about that, an oil or a treatment being specially custom made for you that the Native Americans would make or that we can bring in for you, but it would involve the mulberry, the white mulberry in particular.
And
when you talk about reversing, you're not talking about being able to replace the fat that was lost, are you?
Well, your fat is naturally replaced, right? Or supported. The fat cells are always there. They either shrink or expand. And so over time, for them to be able to fill back up and for it to be organic from the system, your system inside out, is what's necessary. And right now they've been shrunken based on the flow of chi, of energy, of light, and also a physical result of what's happened with light within them.
Yeah. So they weren't killed. The fat cells weren't killed.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I thought, so they weren't killed. The fat cells weren't killed by the laser then.
You're not killed. Our body is amazing. Your body is so amazing. It can regenerate every part of itself, even the parts that we thought could not regenerate. What they taught me in medical school, in 1995 is so funny based on, this is one of the reasons that you've got to always stay up to date. Wisdom said our body can regenerate every part. But modern science in 1995 said, oh, only the liver cells and a few skin cells can regenerate. 2018, we now know every part of the body can regenerate. There's only little parts of the eyes that they're thinking. But again, that's going to be the lens of the eye they're thinking is irreplaceable. It's the same from beginning to end. And it'll be interesting to see, because that correlates with what's written in ancient Egypt. It correlates with what's taught in Ayurveda and Siddha medicine and Chinese medicine. And it's so beautiful, Hope, that you're so tuned in that when Liina pulled a card for you, the white mulberry card came up, and that's exactly what you would need for treatment.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And Hope, you definitely want to hear this message. Just hang on a couple of minutes. I think this card, this mulberry message is really meant for you. So it says, I will send you spiritual and emotional nourishment. This will guide you into creating a stronger and more harmonious connection with others and enrich your understanding of their motives as well as your own. I think this is about a balance. And it keeps on saying some Chinese traditions believe that the mulberry is the world tree or the tree of renewal. It's a tree of renewal to renew yourselves. This unites the dead who dwell in the 9 sources with the 9 heavens. The tree therefore represents the Tao, or the fundamental nature of the universe. A sacred grove of mulberry trees was always planted outside China's ancient royal capital cities. The white mulberry is used extensively in traditional Chinese medicine to cleanse the liver and to send qi, or energy, flowing smoothly through the meridians. So if you go to a Chinese store, a medicine store, I'm pretty sure you can find this medicine white mulberry. Make a tea out of it, drink it.
Yeah. And we hope that you will join miraclemakersacademy.com. On September 9th, we are doing our next private call with the group. And so if you're not already a member, become a member. You'll get more info there. We want medicine, the best medicine, ancient and current, the best heartfelt connection to source possible. So September 9th is the next call. It's $10 a month. We're creating this type of medicine for people all over the world, Hope. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you maybe September 9th.
Great. Thank you all so much. It's really helpful. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
You're welcome, Hope.
Yay, Aria, let's take one more call. We have time for one more call. Welcome, caller. It's Dr. Sarah Larsen and Liina Wang in the house.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Is this me?
It's you.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say hello, you two. And unfortunately, I had to get off your call, and then I was able to get back on it. But I am just loving it. All that information about the trees.
Sweet.
It's just awesome. And yes. Anyway, I did want to ask you, about, can we get the recording of these calls, or there aren't any recordings of them?
Oh, these are all of the calls that are here on Miracle Makers on UB Network. They show up on Universal Broadcasting Network. They also are on YouTube, drsarahlarsen.com or Dr. Sarah Larsen on YouTube. We've got an iHeart. And so all of those places have this recording, as well as on Facebook. And then within Miracle Makers Academy, everything is recorded and shared. And so if you're at the free level, you just find us on the internet. If you're at the $10 level, there are places and videos within the Academy. And I know you've watched some of those videos. They become locked, available to you as you become deeper and deeper into membership.
So you're bleeping in and out. Are the recorded phone calls on Thursday on Miracle Makers?
So these calls are on YouTube as well as Universal Broadcasting Network as well as Facebook. So if you go to Dr. Sarah Larsen on Facebook, the public page, you'll see all the recordings.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, thank you. And
So
I
welcome.
did have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you know what is happening in the lower right-hand quadrant of the abdomen, right at the thigh, between the thigh and the abdomen? Is that a pulled muscle? I don't know what it is.
For each person, it's something different. So that lower quadrant can be a lot of stuff. But my darling, for you, this is a muscle tension, and you are feeling the masculine energy in your life. It's connected to your liver. And there is a Tai Chi movement that you do that slowly moves your leg out and back in. And I know you're going to be on the call on September 9th, so I'm so happy. I'm going to demonstrate that for you on the Zoom meeting September 9th so that you're able to do this. But you are healing for yourself the masculine energy in your life. And Liina, I'd love for you to pull a card.
Yeah, it's already pulled. It's a beautiful card, really beautiful. Linden. Linden.
Oh, yes,
the
I'm
card
familiar
itself
with
is
Linden.
really beautiful. And I think the message for you will speak to your situation as well. If you can allow me, I will go straight to the message first. So it says, You are finding life too hectic and demanding. Look for opportunities to be peaceful and quiet each day, even if you can only snatch a minute or two here and there. Go outside and appreciate the beauty you find around you. Did that speak to you?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes, and you are a beautiful being, just like the card itself. You're very beautiful. Your spirit is so beautiful. Your soul is so beautiful. You have a beautiful heart, and you have so much appreciation for all of the beauty around you, and you create beauty yourself. So, and the latest message is peace. It says, look at my heart-shaped leaves if you want to understand my affectionate message to you. Try to send out a sense of love and peace wherever you are in the world, regardless of your outer circumstances. So lindens are also known as lime trees. All parts of the tree are valuable. Every single part of the tree is valuable. From the inner bark, once used to make rope, to the fragrant flowers, which are an important food for bumblebees. In ancient times, a linden marked the site of the local court of law. In Greek mythology, Philyra, mother of the centaur Chiron, was transformed into a linden tree. In Norse and Germanic legend, the linden was the sacred tree of Frigga, the mother goddess, and Freya, the mistress of the earth. A tea made from the flowers calms the nerves and soothes the digestive problems. You are a beautiful tree.
It's so beautiful, Liina. It's such a great message. And what I would love for you, my darling, is to this is the heart. It's a heart shaped. The leaves of the tree are heart shaped, and I'm sure that's what's on the cover. Is heart shaped. And so with your heart, I would love for you to get some tea, go out in nature, add a little bit of lime to that tree, and you could not be more right on the money, right on it with these readings. They're so beautiful. Is there anything that you want to add, Andrea?
You're bleeping out. I can't hear what you said.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping that we will see you September 9th. Do the exercises.
Absolutely, I will, and I'm going to send her some linden tea. So thank you so much. That was
that is your tea.
Beautiful. Liina, thank you, Andrea. And Liina, I want every one of the miracle makers that's on with us to be able to reach you. So will you give everyone your number again or your email address?
Yes, sure. You can have everything. So my number is 650-949-3371. One more time. My number is 650-949-3371. That's my cell phone number. You can text me, call me. And my email address is linawang.b as in boy, n as in Nancy, k as in king @gmail.com. If you're wondering what that B and K is, that means Baba Nam Kevalam. Love is all there is. Love you all.
Love you so much. Love is all there is. And miracle makers, we will see you next week. Please share this. You never know who needs to hear about the trees and the message all together. We want to thank Universal Broadcasting Network for having us. Liina, thank you so much for being on with us. And
thank you.
I love you being in Miracle Makers Academy and all the teaching, and I am Tree that would not be happening without you. So thank you, thank you. And as always, Miracle Makers, we can't wait to see you till next week. Please put it on your calendar. Share this with your people. We love you guys so much. And Greg, I miss you. Mwah, 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 baby. Those are for you. We will see you guys after Burning Man. Bye for now.
Bye.
The past is history, the future mystery. This moment